Welcome to the Echoes and Footprints podcast, where the beat is the history. In this episode, we explore the relationship between musical styles in the United States. Across time, we've been taught to think of music in boxes. Blues over here, gospel over there. Jazz, soul, funk, R&B, Afro-Caribbean rhythms, country, and rock. Each treated like a separate world. But that story is incomplete. When we isolate these genres, we erase Black contributions to so-called white music, like country and bluegrass. We flatten rich traditions into a single idea of Black music, and we ignore the deep polyrhythmic and spiritual lineages carried from Africa into the Americas. So today, let's unpack these genres on their own terms, while revealing the connective tissue between them: rhythm, migration, resistance, and innovation. This is where the beat becomes history. We begin with the blues. Built on a 12-bar form, call and response, and blue notes that bend with feeling, the blues tell stories of hardship and resilience. Too often, it's treated as just a stepping stone to rock, but its roots run deep. From the Mississippi Delta back to West African griots, the storytellers of history. From spirituals and work songs to Delta and electric blues, the sound flows into rock and soul. From there, gospel lifts the voice. Sacred lyrics, soaring vocals, and call and response shaped in the church. Often boxed in as only religious music, gospel has fueled soul, R&B, pop, and the soundtrack of the civil rights movement. Its roots reach back to the West African ring shout, blending African rhythm with Christian hymnody. Jazz follows with improvisation, swing, and polyrhythm. Sometimes framed as elite music, jazz was born in the streets, in New Orleans, where African rhythms met European instruments. From blues and ragtime came New Orleans jazz, then bebop, then fusion, always inventing, always free. Out of gospel and blues rises soul. Emotional, powerful, and grounded in the backbeat, soul is often reduced to love songs, yet it carried the cries and hopes of a generation. From soul grew funk, R&B, and modern ballads, shaping the sound of popular music. Then funk takes the groove further. Syncopated bass lines, layered rhythms, and the power of the one. Funk is more than party music. It is political, spiritual, and communal. From funk would come hip-hop and electronic music, carrying the groove into new futures. R&B carries emotion forward, blending blues and gospel with modern production. Over time, it's been diluted into a vague label, yet its lineage runs from blues to soul to contemporary pop, shaping how the world hears feeling in song. Across the water, Afro-Caribbean traditions pulse with conga drums, clave rhythms, and layered percussion. These sounds are often treated as separate from Black American music, but they come from the same African roots: Yoruba, Bantu, and many others, carried through the Caribbean and back into jazz, salsa, Latin music, and beyond. Country and bluegrass tell stories too, with fiddles and banjos leading the way. Yet these genres are rarely linked to Black history, even though the banjo itself comes from African gourd instruments and Black musicians helped shape early country music in the American South. From gospel, blues, and R&B comes rock and roll, electric, driving, and full of call and response. Its origins have often been whitewashed, but rock was born from Black innovation and spiritual fire. Even classical music is not untouched. Modern composers have drawn directly from African and Afro-Caribbean polyrhythms, reshaping what Western classical music can be and reminding us that rhythm has always traveled. When we connect these dots, a new story emerges. Call and response, polyrhythm, spiritual expression, and storytelling run through every genre. The music of Africa and its diaspora did not stay in one lane. It built the highways. Understanding this dismantles false hierarchies. It reveals Black musical genius across all genres. It shows shared diasporic DNA linking Africa to the Americas. And it reminds us that the banjo belongs in the same story as Beethoven, and the blues in the same canon as any symphony. Because the beat has never just been entertainment. The beat is memory. The beat is movement. The beat is history. We hope you enjoyed this introduction to Echoes and Footprints and heard the polyrhythmic common thread between the music of the Americas. Follow this podcast, our social media channels, and our website for rich and interesting stories of how African polyrhythms became the foundation of the music of the Americas. In coming episodes, we explore the more than 50 musical styles, the stories of their development, the instruments Afro-descendants made, recreated, and invented to craft those styles, and how they combined with European and native voices to create the music of the Americas.